Good morning. Thank you for joining me. This is day 6 of the 30-day Flexible Body, Flexible Mind Yoga Challenge. This is our first video where we're going to go through the Flexible Body 10-minute morning yoga class. So just a really nice way to get you feeling limber and really comfortable in your body and to set the tone for the day ahead. So each of these classes and the challenges, the daily challenges that accompany them are themed around a one-word intention, and our intention this morning is grow. So we are going to begin in a butterfly forward fold. I'm just going to turn to the side here. You can bring the soles of your feet together to touch and let your knees fall apart. You can choose how close or how far you want to have your heels. And then I'm just going to tilt forward, walking my hands out in front of me. I'm turning my palms to face up. I'm letting my spine round, making this a passive forward fold. And let your head get really heavy here. And just start to feel that stretch through the inner thighs. So as we flow in this class, I want you to focus on breathing in and out through your nose and getting that breath to go all the way down into your lower belly. And what would it mean for you to have an intention to grow? And I'll have a fun challenge for you to do today themed around that. But for now, think of it in the context of your practice and in the context of using this as inspiration for your day. And we're going to stay in this butterfly forward fold, but just crawl your hands out in front of you. Really reach and extend as much as you can. Lift your head and chest up just a little bit. And we're going to walk our hands, fingertips, all the way over towards the right. Crawl the left fingertips out as much as possible. So you're really stretching through that left side of your lower back. And we're gonna go all the way to the other side. So crawl your hands over towards the left side of your mat. Reach out with your right hand. Push down into your right hip so you're not lifting that sit bone off the mat. And one more big breath in here. And come back through to center. Walk your hands in so you can uncurl. And you might want to use your hands to bring those knees in, feet flat to the floor. Bring your hands back behind you, fingertips pointing towards your heels. We're going to really stretch into our chest. So I want you to bend into your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, and then think of lifting your heart up towards the sky. So just stretching towards the front top of our shoulders. One more big breath here. And exhale to release. Let's cross at the ankles, tabletop pose. Go ahead and extend your right leg up and back. Keep that right hip rotating down. Squeeze through your belly as if you were pushing against a wall behind you. Just strengthen in through that leg. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, tap your knee to your nose, round and contract. So inhale, flex the foot, kick it back behind you. Try to keep it parallel to the mat. Exhale, squeeze and tuck it in. Last one, inhale, lift it back, and then bend your right knee so you have the sole of your foot pointing up towards the sky, maybe transitioning into your tiger pose. Left hand reaches towards your right ankle, and once you have that, you're going to kick the foot into the hand to lift your thigh up. And let's release, round and contract, cat pose. And come back to a neutral tabletop stance. You're going to extend your left leg up and back, roll that left hip down, draw the lower belly in, flex through your foot. And as you exhale, pull your knee to your nose, round and contract. Inhale, kick that leg back, straight, flat back. Exhale, curl. Last one, inhale, lift it up, bend your left knee so you have your heel pointing up to the sky. Reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of your foot, and start to push the foot into the palm, getting a nice thigh stretch and shoulder stretch at the same time. And let's release, cat pose, round it in. Coming back to neutral, walk your hands a couple inches past your shoulders. Let's find our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And let's all bend our left knee generously. Keep your right leg straight and see if you can push back into your right heel. Try to lift your seat up even higher. Relax your neck. And switch sides. Bend your right knee. Try to push down into your left heel. Keep your breath steady. And find a more neutral downward dog. So maybe both knees are bent a little bit here. And you're going to lift your heels up as high as they can go. Drop both heels over towards the right. Come up onto your left fingertips and look underneath your left shoulder. And I'm bending my right knee here. It helps me get a deeper stretch along the side body. And we'll go through center to the other side. So lift your heels, drop them over towards the left. Come up onto your right fingertips and start to look underneath your right shoulder, maybe bending into your left knee this time. And coming back through to center, walk your feet to the top of the mat for your ragdoll fold. Widen your feet, bend into your knees, grab a hold of your elbows, and just let yourself relax over your thighs, maybe swaying a little bit side to side or turning your head. Just letting go of any tension here. Try not to dig your toes in the floor. And you can bring your hands back down to the mat. Bend your knees a lot and push into your heels to roll all the way up to stand. Take your time, inch by inch. Head and shoulders are the last to lift up. And standing tall, let's open our legs wide here. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So your feet should be parallel to the shorter edges of the mat. Really push down through all four corners, lift up through your thighs, hands on your hips. Think of lifting and lengthening, and then tilt, hinging from the hips here. Notice how your hips usually want to lean back with more weight in your heels. Try to keep some of that weight forward and fold all the way down. So I'm just going to bring my hands about shoulder width distance apart or so as I fold in. So really opening up through the back of our legs. Let's bend our right knee here in this fold. Keep your left leg straight. And straighten the right leg. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Press and straighten that leg. Walk your hands a little bit out in front of you. So my palms are kind of underneath my face and underneath my chest. You can come up onto your left fingertips and we're going to reach that right arm all the way up to the sky. Big twist. You can also just keep your hand on your hip if this feels like it's a little too much. And release, switch sides, left arm up. And coming back down. Firm up through your legs, bring your hands to your hips, push your feet into the floor and lift all the way up. Let's stand at the top of the mat. We'll take a little flow from here before closing our practice. Inhale, arms rise, palms come to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your palms, step back to plank pose and lower all the way to your belly. Bhujangasana, your cobra pose, open through your chest. And let's just meet in Balasana, child's pose. Taking 3 deep breaths here as you reach your chest towards the floor and your hips towards your heels. Starting your day with some mindful movement. What would it mean for you to focus on growth today? One more deep breath in. And let's come on in, lift up through your upper body. And you can come to take a seat any way that is comfortable here. Sitting up tall and closing your eyes. Let's bring our palms together at the front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Closing our practice together by chanting Om 1 time. Let's inhale to chant. Breathe in. Om. Thank you so very much, everyone, for doing this short morning yoga flow with me. Now that this flexible body portion of the day is done, I would love for you to go and watch the flexible mind video so you can find out what our fun little daily challenge is all about, themed around growth. Leave me a comment, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll be practicing again with you tomorrow for day 7.